the first two things Mike started to do, and he was experimenting right away, because I don't think he knew how to do this stuff either. It was all a little bit of hocus pocus and a lot of trying stuff out. And so if you had no tolerance for ambiguity, you had no reason to be there. It was shifting sands. Upstairs on the top floor, there was a tremendous amount of yeastiness going on there. The Matchbox project was underway, and that had lots of people working under a guy named Fred Cressy. Very creative people, lots of artists, and teacher types as well. And that combination is something that continued for all the way through those 20 years. That combination of people that were lateral thinkers and people, and then some support people like Phil's people, who could do some linear thinking, which sort of gave us a base, and a lot of goodwill. There were dogs. Dogs were allowed to come, and I used to escape to the upstairs. I was on the ground floor because there was lots of interesting stuff going on. They had many different topics being worked on, and sometimes I got to work on those things, and that was nifty. And you began to get a social life going, and that's another place that the information got passed. Some of it was rumor and gossip, but a lot of it was informational too. And it was about content. It was about stuff. The word stuff will also occur later. Down the ground floor, Mike's other piece of experimentation, which was becoming more obvious, was in how we showed things, how we were a museum, the demonstrating of that sort of thing. We had the What's Inside exhibit, the first one of these new ways of showing stuff, taking things out of the glass cases and out of the hands of docents and putting it back in the hands of the visitor. We weren't yet talking about client-centered, but there was something going on, some business about the visitor too happening, and that kind of, we weren't really talking about how we did our work so much, but we were doing it. We were shifting the borders a little bit. And the other thing that I noticed, and to my own great delight got involved in, was Joan Lester was there, and she was beginning her transition from a scholar of Indian art to a person who became a great ally of Native Americans and continues to this day in doing that. And I got my first perks, which were a $500 raise after the first year and a chance to go off with Joan to Indian country, out to Arizona. And I thought, oh boy, this is it.